It's Madden NFL 24, and this one features the Ravens. Burner at wide receiver. No one's been busier this season as he currently paces the NFL in receptions. It's the Ravens and the Steelers on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 22 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now, the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him at the end zone in this one.
And only a couple there up to about the 23-yard line. Here, look at this Baltimore defense. It's quite a unit. #1 in the NFL against the pass.
And when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Now throwing up from down there, he cannot connect.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down. Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 7 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
And that score solidified his standing at the top of the touchdown chart. And right now, he's looking to finish this season strong with a few more.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. This offense, Charles, we've talked about how well they played all season, sitting now at 13-0 with a finish line for a perfect regular season. That's in sight. Some in the media this week were pointing back to the 07 Patriots. Of course, remember, they finished the regular season unbeaten, but they were tested multiple times in that final month plus.
Yeah, but something like 4 of the last 6 wins were one-possession games, and they played like a team that was trying to protect something instead of chasing something. And that's what happens when you have an undefeated record. So it behooves you as a team, get a couple blowouts in there so you get a chance to relax and breathe. But that's much easier said than done.
Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the Ravens getting the road victory in that one. So now they'll look to finish off the season sweep here in Baltimore. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. John Harbaugh going to roll the dice. They're going for it on 4th down. They'll run for it with Robinson. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Facing a 4th down, they come away with 18 yards and the 1st down conversion. Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. Throwing right, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1. The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
2nd down and a run by Robinson. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
That's out wide here for Robinson. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Bijan Robinson, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Ravens put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd down, Grubbs. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Ravens heading out on offense as we look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Richardson now on 2nd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 more there, and then it's another 1st down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On 1st down, Richardson. Caught by Nelson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. The Ravens get a new 7 downs, give him 17 on that pickup.
And this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Flushed out right. They're calling it in Nelson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He was out there waving his arms. I mean, you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help. I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is because you got to get his attention because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open.
Touchdown! A great play there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Ravens go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. At the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Here's Lawrence to throw.
And this is going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Lawrence hit and the ball is free.
And what else could go wrong at this point? This is going to be a defensive touchdown as they keep piling it on.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
Point after here coming up.
And it is now 21-0.
The scoop score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
That's caught out left by Perriman. And nothing to speak of there after the catch as they get him right to the ground at the 37. And now for him on the season, that is his 80th catch, and the result is a first down.
Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down now. Grubbs, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. The Steelers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
68 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Back to Robinson now on first down.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Play action. Now Richardson. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Quick throw completed by Richardson.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Now it's Richardson.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 15-yard line. They run the draw here with Robinson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
From the shotgun, Richardson.
That's complete right around the 8. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here
before we get to halftime.
3rd and 19.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. On 3rd down, Grubbs, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one's going to be touchdown right at about the 35-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
And that hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Now a give right side. Grubbs, and he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Taken from just outside the 30. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We began by taking a trip across the Atlantic to the City of Light, the French capital of Paris, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Justin Herbert, excellent in the victory, as it's one that pushes his guys 2 games above 500. From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Minnesota Vikings. Brandon Ayuk, a touchdown catch in the victory. And then one more to highlight, Monday Night Football. That'll be a good one between the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Commanders.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set to start this 3rd quarter. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Second half begins with a run by Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to put...
Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. He may go. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown.
Bijan Robinson
with career touchdown number 162, tying him with LaDainian Tomlinson for third place all time.
And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Line up to kick the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2.
The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. Take it at the 37. Broken tackle. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. 63 yards on a punt return score.
And the Ravens are pouring it on.
Well, it certainly feels like that kind of game, doesn't it? No matter what they do, it's going to work. That might be the absolute crusher right there. A punt return for a touchdown.
Feels like there's been a lot of crushers in this game. This lead just gets bigger. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Steelers ready to take over on offense. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw caught by Higgins.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is.
And now off to the races down the right side.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
23 yards on the play.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Second and 10. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 28. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it here just past the 25. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having, because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
They go play action with Richardson.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Another first down there as this one goes for 25.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Richardson to throw off play action.
Flush to his right.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Option play, here's Robinson.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
158 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. Here is third down and 4. Richardson out of the shotgun.
And he is caught. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Robinson. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Bijan Robinson with career touchdown number 163. That moves him past LT and into 3rd place all time.
And the Ravens get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Now the try here for the point after. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, it certainly feels like this defensive group has figured this guy out to the tune of a big lead in this one. And you know that he's frustrated with how this game has gone. And now with back-to-back interceptions, he's got to find a way to get out of his own head and start making better plays.
A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a 1st down, a nice, consistent gain.
Richardson off the play fake.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And the Ravens are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Robinson.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it.
And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Let's go.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
And he's got it. And in for the Ravens touchdown. From 3 yards out.
And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
T. Higgins was the intended target.
And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Lawrence.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23.
4 yards on the pickup there, and it's going to take him to 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. .43 yards on the punt, return of 4.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Bijan Robinson leading the offense out for another drive.
He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you, someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. Let's see if he can do it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Man, 188 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
And Richardson completes a quick one out wide.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
In motion, the tight end.
Robinson up the middle.
Powerful running. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They get 10 more there. I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down at will.
Every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
And how he got away from that first tackler, no idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
2nd down, here's Richardson.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Richardson on the draw. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Anthony Richardson keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Ravens are closing in on a 14-0 record as they extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Well, I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that 0 on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mentioned in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
On second down, here's Lawrence. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Lawrence going to throw again. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. A give left side to Robinson. Well, somehow he was able to sidestep that first tackler, but still hit and taken down behind the line. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
19 tight. Buffalo 18. 70 Rangers.
On third down, here's Richardson. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. 1st and 10, here's Richardson with it. And he fires one incomplete. Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people in their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Richardson to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Steelers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Here now, 2nd and 4.
At the 28-yard line.
Now Lawrence to the right side and caught by Dell. 7 yards there and a first down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On first down, Lawrence. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
Again, it's Lawrence. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. But my goodness, CD, I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball, but for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Third down and 13. Play action. Now Richardson under pressure, and they got to him again. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Going for it on 4th. Here's Richardson. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. But I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Baltimore, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.